I'm pumped, guys. I'm very happy to be here.
Likewise,
Um,
likewise.
yeah, so for anybody who don't know, and why don't you know, Andrea is one of the best and biggest framer template designers out, one of the best creators on Contra. And yeah, first time we actually get to talk. Feels kind of weird, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, we've been working together since a few months, but yeah, finally we got a chance. I mean, better late than ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Yeah, thanks a lot for joining us, man. We've been following your journey. You're one of the first people that I got to see on the framework space. Honestly, Miguel, Daniel, you, Adriano, and just a few, I would say, a year ago, were kind of like ranking up on Contra with big numbers. And right now, I get to see like more people joining, big names just jumping, and within a few weeks, they ranking up and stacking different badges like Mark. That's insane, different milestone. But I think Framer is a work or is a tool that we all have in common. We all use. We all use it especially for clients. So yeah, brother, you went from doing agency, I work, and building template system that other founders. What is basically what is the moment that you realized that you were better off waiting for others and you started designing for yourself and taking on your own clients?
Yeah, great question. Thanks for asking. So yeah, I was doing agency work, so I was kind of busy doing all of the same things over and over again, but for, let's say, other people. And it's funny because I've been reflecting on my journey more deeply just recently. But yeah, the thing is that I've always wanted to be kind of a responsible of my own work in some way. So yeah, I was happy to, of course, create designs and join join a team and work with other people, and be surrounded by talented people all around. But I was always feeling the push to create something by my own, because I've been a freelancer before, then I switched to agency work, and then I back to freelance right now. So I kind of felt the urge to get back at freelancing by my own terms. And yeah, what was it's been almost 3 to 4 years ago. I started looking around for platforms, opportunities to create something again by my own. I stumbled upon Webflow at the beginning. To be honest, I spent a few months tinkering around with Webflow, but the learning curve was steep, and I didn't realize I can create something useful within a kind of shorter time frame. So I stumbled upon then on Framer, probably on X and Twitter, on some kind of tweet of somebody, and now don't remember right now. But I wanted to to give it another try, and it felt immediately familiar. Guys very well. So it's kind of a really familiar environment, just like Figma. So it was just a breeze designing and creating things, even if it's a little bit technical. But it's it's just a matter of understanding how the software works, how the basic of HTML, CSS, basically. So how things are laid out on a screen for web. So, but the learning curve is not that steep as Webflow, at least in my opinion. So, yeah, I started experimenting basically. What I did was to just release some freebie on a community and releasing free stuff and see how the audience would respond, how people would interact with the content. And I see that some kind of content gave some traction. And so, yeah, basically the journey started this way. So I was still working in an agency, but I wanted to see if there is, some traction on this side hustle, side effects. So, and yeah, it's basically started out this way. So I wanted to, again, try to build something on my own. And it took another year, I would say, to finally release, to be free and say, okay, I want to leave my traditional 9 to 5 and go all in on this stuff. Because in the meantime, I was releasing the first templates for Framer, and I think I took advantage of the affiliates program. One of the first people that took advantage, and in a solid way, of the affiliates program. And it kind of started to work in 2 to 3 months. Between the summer and autumn of 2023, so it was 2 years ago actually. and yeah, in the summer of 2024, the year later, I just dropped my 9 to 5 and focused 100% on building this templates business. Yeah.
That's awesome. Now with
That's nice.
Contra, do you also like, are you back to taking client work as well, or are you mainly focused on templates still?
Yeah, great question. Because actually, this is a crucial moment for me because it's kind of a pivotal moment right now. So I think that I kind of rode a wave of the affiliate program so far, at least at its best, I would say. Because if I'm being honest, the affiliates rewards are declining right now. So I started spending some more time since this summer to create some more content, to target the different type of audience, which is more client work. So right now I really want to target clients work more than promoted templates as well. Because I right now I have 10 templates, a total of 10 templates in the lineup, 3 of which are paid ones. I tried to test also the paid route, let's say, this year, but it's not working out as expected. So because I've been able to also to speak to the team recently with a Framer marketplace team, and the thing is that of course the marketplace has changed a lot in the past few years. So right now is a completely different game since when we all first started a couple of years ago, and everyone I think can say the same. So right now, if you want to push through the marketplace and make a good living out of premium stuff, I think the real work is down to off marketing platforms. So it's gonna be a completely different strategy that I haven't tested yet, and I'm not used to do it. So right now, I think that the best decision for me at this point is to move towards more client work. Even if I would love to still dedicate maybe 10 to 20% of my efforts towards the templates still.
That's awesome. I mean, speaking of your templates, I feel like it will also help a lot with client work, but how do you do it so that all of your templates are different, but they have this signature where even like, I think it happened a couple of times where I stumbled upon one of your templates without knowing it was yours, but I knew, like, it was even before I knew you, like, I knew it's from the same guy. So, like, what is it with you that you know how to make it feel like it's yours?
Well, that's a tricky question. Honestly, I think it comes down to I don't know, maybe there is a part of the job is have a trained eye, all the years of experience that has stacked up. And so there is kind of a gut feeling when you design something, you feel that it just works. So there is not much of a system in place to create something that sticks or works. So it's I've been thinking about this type of signature or a way, a taste or but I never been able to define it really well. So I think it all comes down to a trained eye, and when I try to build stuff, I just see that something works, and this is both in terms of structure for the templates or graphical elements and design and styling it out. So basically I would just say that it's gut feeling, nothing really fancy or defined. But I'm happy to know that at least a few of the works can be
Yeah, your gut works well.
well.
I agree, brother. Actually, a template I can buy I came to recently, probably like 3 to 4 months ago, was Atomic. I jumped at Atomic. I started with you on Atomic, but something that has been happening with me is like I jump into a template and it takes me a long time to deploy as I get busy with clients. So I've been pushing back my own agency website and things like that. But when I saw the templates, I was like, whoa, this is insane. Is this for free? I didn't believe that was free, because the value and the amount of value that you put into the template, honestly, is amazing. And when you use that template for client work, I think you're exactly leveraging your talent in that way, brother. And I know some template providers, they don't do client work anymore, but when you do both, in my opinion, you probably can put hours, right? If not like several days on work just using your own templates. I want to ask you, how do you design them so they don't feel generic, they don't feel like anyone else? And what's a trick or secret that you use to infuse some personality? Because like Daniel said, when you see all the different templates, you can connect it and you can tell right now that they from the same experts, but they're all different and they'll have their own kind of like personality and teams like that. So what is the secret that you use for that?
Well, that's a great question as well. Well, I think it's not definitely just a secret. It's the story of the templates is curious as well, because it was part of the initial research and experiments I was doing on Framer. So at that time, I was probably already part of the affiliate program. So I was completely unaware of where this program would have led me, in terms of affiliates and revenue and everything. So my goal at that time was just, from one side, to improve my skills. So first of all, when I do some of this type of experiments, is to improve the skills and to create something new, just in terms of design, I'm saying. So it was a way to polishing up my skill and upskill in some way, create something that I didn't or never created before. And secondly, I was using Framer, so I was experimenting with a new tool. So I kind of matched these two goals, let's say. And well, coming back to your question, I think that's it's also kind of the 20-80 rule, where 80% is spent on structure, which is something that it's kind of something that has proof, So, for example, when we're talking about a landing page like the Atomic template, it has the hero section, then it has the how it works, and it has the testimonial. So it's kind of a provided structure that it's proven that it works in terms of conversion rate and to improving the metrics for the business, because we kind of forget that this is meant for business owners, that they need to which business needs to be impacted on the bottom line, right? And the 20% part is just design taste. And again, probably I'm repeating myself, but again, something related to the gut feeling or the trained eye. And when you start making more products, you also start to implement this rule, where a product will be fixed, which is 80% is in the structure, and 20% is still a visual direction. And in a way that even if the final user will be changing the content or updating with their styles, the thing will be just remain itself. Like just the structure will stay there, and the feel will be just right, even if you update with your own content. And after Atomic, which was kind of an experiment at the beginning, but it worked really well for a lot of different type of business owners and case studies. With the upcoming templates and the template that came afterwards, I decided to work more on a vertical of SaaS and software and tech companies. So probably the template that came afterwards, those are a little bit more similar in a type of niche. So also in terms of the placeholder graphics that I used and decided to create, was also in every template was a way to improve my skills in terms of designing those graphics, even if those were placeholders. And I also put some more effort into creating those within Framer, and that's why I skipped also the Figma part recently. So I hope that answered the question.
Yeah, it does. And they're very detailed, honestly. When I go to the bentos and all the different sections, they are very detailed, basically. If you delete the whole bentos, you're deleting I don't know how many layers in Figma, but it's insane. They're very detailed. I really love that. And they're animated too.
Yeah, I think that one was, I was still using Figma to create those visuals, and I kind of was experimenting with the plugin to move from Figma to Framer. And I ended up with this explosion of layers and stuff on Framer, so I had also to clean it up all over. But definitely. But generally, it's been a journey where I was focusing on creating my own audience, creating free stuff for the audience in order to grow that audience and to create the best possible value for the community. At the same time, unconsciously, I would say, I took advantage of the affiliate program, and it's really, it's amazing. So I just find out that this was working. So I wanted to focus on that for as long as it could last, So that was my approach. That is still my approach right now. So yeah.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. Yeah, and you mentioned, going back to what you said about now looking to explore some more client work. How are you, or how are you going to, or how are you already managing the time between making templates, which for people who don't know, it takes a lot of time, more than an average project. Framers requirements are very hard to publish a template. So how are you managing that with client work, with managing your personal brand?
Yeah, wow, that's a nice one. Well, right now I'm in this kind of transition phase. So at this point, my main source of income is still the affiliates program. So while this is still working, I'm kind of again pivoting into the direction of having more custom work and get some client work again. So right now, I would say that I'm still focused on creating. Not actually right now, but I'm still understanding what has been with creating templates and how I can transfer this experience to serve more clients and new clients, to creating custom design work. But I think that right now I'm working into two directions. So I still have the framer template business and the personal brand. And right now I'm also investing a lot more effort and time into creating relevant content right now for targeting clients instead of templates, final users. So right now I'm still in a transition phase. So everything is kind of new. So I'm still learning a lot. I'm still testing with a lot of different type of content and see what works. If would be tutorials or how-tos behind the scenes, or a new work that I just do, and so share a simple a showcase of something I'm working on. Also, I'm testing new tools right now. I'm investing more time into Unicorn Studio, which is really great.
It's the best, yeah.
That's sick, yeah, really sick. And I want to try out also Rive app, and there's also Spline for 3D. So I mean, there is a bunch of things that are on my to-do list that I want to try out in order to expand the capabilities of Framer, because I think it's the best website builder tool right out there right now. Because it's that familiar for us designers, but expand its capabilities beyond just laying out with easiness, but also in being able to create graphics assets and cool stuff, and expand its basic layout and design capabilities and web development capabilities.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Do you have a specific niche you would like to get to with client work?
Yeah, I would love to keep working in a SaaS space, just to keep it narrow, because this comes back to the experience that I had with my latest agency, because these great guys, they were working with startups from the tech space in the US and Silicon Valley. So I had the chance to work on really cool projects. So I had time to experience a lot how to create graphics and this UI snippets or product visuals, however we want to call them, or UI or simplified UIs. So I really enjoy creating those type of assets, and that's why you can find them as a placeholder content in my templates as well. And since I gained a lot of experience, I also do enjoy do that stuff. So I'm targeting that type of clients as well. But the niche could be potentially a bit broader. Let's see how it goes in the next few months. But yeah, starting with the vertical of whatever tech, it could be health tech, it could be insurtech, edutech, whatever, at the edge of the height of the technology, and companies that are innovating with it thanks to technology, but specifically doing SaaS products. But I mean, I never know what happens, and let's see what comes in the next few months.
That's good to know. Yeah. So if I'll find something, I'll refer it to you. And if any founders, specifically SaaS founders, are coming across this podcast, Andrea is open to work. So reach out to him.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, like you say, go ahead.
Yeah, I was thanks. Yeah, I'm just as in this transition phase. So I'm also trying to educate potential clients in terms of the business return on investment that is designed. It's not just a matter of of nice things that just a pleasure to look at, but I mean they're meant to impact the business on the bottom line. So what I'm doing right now with the content, for example, is also trying to educate both designers and potential client on the ROI of design in this moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And I really love that what you mentioned, that you're trying to also educate clients with your own brand, which I think is crucial. And I have seen this a lot lately, especially in the framing space. Some creators, they push templates, but they don't put the brand on social. They don't put the brand on Contra community. They don't take a leverage of something that is not emerging, but it's also the best way, because when you build a brand and you've been building some following, very significant, you can take it anywhere. Tomorrow you want to launch Webflow templates and the branding goes with you. You have an audience that you can reach out and say, hey, this is my new project, this is my new agency, this is my new stuff. So I think building the audience on the outside is crucial, brother, because you can keep on the mind. And I see this from my clients too. Some of them, they have like really big audiences, and when they're about to launch something, it's not the same launching to 100 people that to 1,000, 10,000 people. It's a different game. But also something I want to highlight with you is when you're mentioning about Framer is becoming a little bit crowded, but not in the crowd that is saturated. It's becoming much better. And I think that you probably got the first round of affiliates. And I don't know if you know, but Framer is just 1% of the entire internet and website. It's just about to explode, in my opinion, on the next few years as they evolve the CMS, all the different platforms that they're about to add on top of AI. But I think a lot of people, what they do, like I mentioned, they just publish and see what happens. I love that you're doing the triology, how I call it, and it's building your own brand, working with clients, and using the templates. And you find different ways and combinations to manage all three, because the templates can help you to minimize time or like cut time on projects with clients, but also target the same and become the specialist, the number one on that category. And that category could be like startups, which is, in my opinion, brother, is a very broad niche. It has a lot of sub niches, and I think you can deep down into a lot of, like you say, edutech. It could be AI platforms. There's a lot of sub niches that you can definitely dig down, and you need to hire more people when more work come by, because I think you will get to that point too.
Yeah, well, that would be great. I mean, let's see how it goes, because again, I've been spending more time on just templates, and so I want to come back at this challenge of working directly with clients, because that is something that I'm missing at the moment, because I kind of felt a bit isolated in this Framer template journey in the past couple of years, because I was just creating by myself the templates, creating my personal brand, interacting with the community, but I really want to get back and having human relationship with other clients, with other people, and being able to share insights and to create great works that can really impact lives and other companies and businesses. So it's a completely different challenge, and I want to get back at it. And I wanted to say something regarding what you was just saying a few minutes ago. So in terms of the personal branding creation, I think that it's also important to market the product that every creator is doing and creating, but it's also important to be aware that the audience also needs to have a lot of value. It's free value. I think it's really important in order to create an engaged audience, someone that will be buying from your stuff at some point, in the journey. So, I've experienced this firsthand. It's correct when we say that I've been focusing just on free stuff because I've been taking advantage of the affiliate program. But also when I think about my premium stuff and the product that I will be creating, that I can create in the future, maybe, still talking in the product space, it's still really important to create value in other 1,000 forms, like educational content, insight, or business ROI, again, edu content for clients as well, because it's important to still have both audiences, designers or potential clients, to be engaged, because at the end of the day, they're going to check your profile. They're going to want to work with people that have personality, that have strategy, insight, that can not just design the thing and leave it on the table, but being able to support them and to take by hand in their journey. So they want to work with real people, with someone that knows what they're doing, but also they knows how to engage other people, to grow, to be inspired by the work that we are doing. So yeah, I think that's the trickiest part, because most of the designers focus on just creating stuff, but they forget too often to create all of these kind of things that at the end of the day would work in concert to create a solid business, or anyway to get clients and to grow and to be successful in a way, let's say.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You need to market yourself, especially when you're solo. That's the way.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, so we got rapid fire questions for you now. So we are going to ask them one by one, and the goal of this is for you to answer as fast as possible without thinking too much. So let's begin with the first one. What is one template you wish never existed?
I think one template that can be copied too much, because I've seen a lot of a specific style has been copied very, very often on a marketplace. So you can see a lot of, and since I've been a template reviewer for quite some time, I had to reject all of them as well, because they've been too similar to one definite style. Maybe we know what we're talking about.
Yeah, I
That
think we
makes
do.
sense. So, what is one UI or design trend that you will never do again?
Oh, okay. That bluffy style with 3D and too much saturated colors. I don't know the name right now, honestly.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, because compared to the type of work that I do, that is something that I'm really, my eye would roll every time I see that.
If you could pick one font for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, nice. Verdana.
Okay.
Because in any
Surprising.
case, yeah, if it's not as cool as you would expect, but at least if the internet would explode one day, or any system, whatever comes out in the future, potentially is going to be the safest font on earth.
That's a smart answer.
Interesting, yeah. So, if you could use one, when you're designing for a client, do you start with Figma or you start with Framer?
Well, I was used to creating Figma first, but now I want to start designing directly in Framer, because we need to do it. Everyone should do it, because so Framer will be pushing more features and more upgrades, and that direction as well, we'll say. So it's gonna be more both design and development in the same platform. That would be really cool.
I agree. I also think it's very counterproductive to design something and then redesign it completely the same in a different platform.
Yeah, I mean, Figma still offers a lot of flexibility and more features to get some type of effects, but I mean, we're getting there. So yeah.
Yeah, but then you can't really replicate them, so you're kind of screwing yourself up.
Like gradients and borders, for example. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's the hardest critique you gave yourself recently? And how did you fix it?
Taking too much time to create my last template. I just fixed it, sending my template to the Framer team, and they
That's
kind
fair
of prove
enough.
it. They kind of prove it very fast. So I'm happy for that.
That's
Man,
fair
that's
enough.
it. Yeah, that's fair enough. And we have seen, we have been interviewing like Miguel. And we have some friends in mind too that they will be joining us soon, and they use Framer, and they talk about something, reviewing the templates and taking too much. And sometimes it's like we kind of like professionals. I would say designers. We can get into the pixel really really deep, to the point that we don't end shipping on time or quickly. I want to ask you something, because I'm on one of your templates. I see you use lemon squeeze, and I'm not sure if you have seen this, but maybe a tip, maybe something that you I would like to do when I do my own templates. So I see the price for the templates, and I see other creators, they include also a different license for a DI, for I do it for you. Do you see value on that, or do you think that that should be mostly just through Contra? How do you see that dynamic?
Yeah, I've tested a couple of variation of this. So you can see it in my templates as well. So for a free ones, there is a customization option. Whereas for the paid premium one, I tested kind of a single or unlimited license. So, and I can say that the premium one, they sold better in terms of the type of license. Yeah, the other one on the free template, the customization that's done for you, actually I never sold one. So just yeah, I see that it works for the premium one when someone needs maybe multiple client, maybe there are agencies, I don't know, they need multiple copies to create designs and website for their clients. So I see more value in that. So that's why I wanted to test it out. And I mean, at least that's my learning, you know. So maybe other creators, other cases are different. Depends on the journey and depends on the position as well.
Nice, that's amazing, brother. I mean, overall, honestly, like I said before, I love the templates. I have used it myself. We're really excited to support you. And if it's cool with you, we would like to share some of the free and the paid templates, especially your whole website with the on Contra community, so they can check it out. They can see if they can use it for themselves, for our clients, for a project. But we're really excited to share it up because we have using ourselves and we see the value on it.
Yeah, I spent quite some time last year to build up Nest.store website. So I also tried, to do some marketing off platform, you know, but it's really hard to do that. And yeah, if, you know, the links goes out, we'll be really happy to. I mean, most of them are free. So they are meant for solopreneurs and indie hackers like most of us. They want to launch their ideas out and test it out very quickly with great design and conversion-proof design. At least that's my goal. So. And the paid ones are more targeted for, you know, small companies or startups that have different goals. Maybe they are in a stage where they need more structure and a bit more guidance in terms of, you know, contents and components, and they need something which is more packed up. So that would be cool.
That's awesome, man. Thank you very much. And one last question is, what's next for you right now, and where can people find you?
Oh, wow. You can find me on X. That's my handle, is my name and surname, Andrea Montini. And right now, 100%, let's say 90% focuses on building my client work pipeline. So I'm creating experiments and content in order to target those type of client and, you know, show my expertise and attract those type of audience. And the rest will be still creating when I have some time, potential new free templates, and, you know, still taking advantage of the affiliate program, because my goal is still help different target audience. So both people that are just starting out and they want to launch their ideas with templates, and Framer templates are great for that, but also wanted to create custom work in order to really create a lot of value for people that are looking for really, you know, custom high quality work made on, you know, on purpose, on really great stuff. So let's see how it goes. But yeah, thanks guys for having me and for asking great question. And let's do it again if we have the chance.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining us, bro. We'll be back in touch in Contra, back in the community.
Yeah. See you around.
Yeah.
Absolutely. See you, bro.
See ya.